Hello and welcome to Through the Ages Part 8. We are here with 46 stars. There's 95 total, so that's not quite halfway. That's the thing, 95 is not an even number, so what would half of 95 be? Well, it would be 47 and a half. See, I can still do math. The Old Pharaoh. Back to Egypt. Egypt, is one of my favorite levels in this game. It's just so aesthetically pleasing. I'd say my favorite levels in this game are like the last 3 levels. And here we have the the Sphinx is Mario's face. But I'd say the first, like, the group of, like, the first 5 levels are all pretty solid. 2 I have mixed feelings about, just because it's a little claustrophobic, but it's not a bad level. I think the levels that I really dislike are, 6, 7, 7, and 8, and then, oh yeah, those are the silly kicks that I was talking about in the last episode. I was like, oh my god, watch me do complicated, what's it called? Geometry dash? Yeah, what was I saying? Oh, I don't even know. It's been, let's see, a little less than an hour since I recorded the last episode. I like this mission a lot. I think, just the way he created, like, the desert is cool. I wouldn't know how to program something like this, and where it's basically like the Ocarina of Time. Oh, what is that place even called? Like the Haunted Wasteland, where it's a big old desert, but you have to follow a specific path, and if you stray from that path, you get lost. So I assume that's like the same thing here, but it's a little different in that there's, you know, one like big tiger statue and you have to just kind of run towards it, and then it disappears, and then you have another one that you have to go find. But yeah, I think the first like 4 or 5 levels of this game are pretty solid. 7 is the one that I really don't like. And then 8, I can't even remember what is level 8. Oh, it's the water one. It's okay, but it's not fun. It's like a cool concept, but it's very janky, and some of the stars in that one are very frustrating. But I'd say level 7 is the most frustrating. And then level 6 for me is kind of like a nothing burger. It's not memorable. It's not too pleasant or unpleasant for me. So, but yeah, my favorite levels are probably 10 and 11, either 10 and 11 or 9 and 11. And of course, somebody's gonna make a 9/11 joke and I won't stop them. So what have I been playing recently? That's a good question. Yesterday, for a while I've been kind of wanting to get back into NES games, and I had so much fun doing Super Mario Bros. 3 and revisiting that game. So I decided to play Super Mario Bros. 2. And I think I mentioned this, but I had a lot of fun with Super Mario Land 2. In fact, I've started to feel like, oh, if I could make a game myself, you know, just for fun, if I were to make my first game, I'd kind of want to make something like Super Mario Land 2, just because it's so, like, fun and quirky. Super Mario Land was kind of a nothing burger. It was kind of not a very, very memorable game for me, but, you know, sometimes that's the way it goes with those old games, like really short games, like the original Kirby's Dream Land is so short that it's not really memorable at all. But I've been playing Super Mario Bros. 2 for the first time. I've never played or beaten that game before. I didn't play that game as a kid, which is sort of different from SM64. I grew up playing that, at least since like 2012 I was playing that game. And of course I was very bad at that game to start off with. You know, I died over and over, kind of started that game from the beginning until I had more confidence to get further and further into it. But I am like not good at platformers, and especially, you know, when I was 13 years old playing that game for the first time, I was not good at it at all. But that's the thing, the longer you play a game, sort of the more intuitive it becomes to you. And since this is my very first time playing Super Mario Bros. 2, it's not intuitive at all. We're going through some sped up footage here. Is this because it's either because I was trying to go for 100 coins or I was looking for the cannon and just really couldn't find the cannon. That's probably it. This episode isn't canon, by the way. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, Super Mario Bros. 2, it's a very strange and whimsical game. That's sort of why I wanted to play it. And playing it has been a really fun and surprising sort of journey so far. It's cool because it's like, oh, these are where a lot of Mario enemies come from originally. Like Shy Guys, Sniffits, even Pokies. I was surprised because I was like, oh, Pokies, I thought these were from Mario World. And let's see. What was I gonna say? I keep losing my train of thought here. I need some of those mushrooms that are supposed to boost your concentration. Not psilocybin, not like hallucinogenic mushrooms, but like lion's mane and chaga and cordyceps and turkey tail and reishi. Those are like the the ones that get put in all of those supplements. I made some joke yesterday. I was like, oh, I keep walking through, you know, the like downtown, like the fancy coffee shops, and I keep seeing all these mushroom coffees, and I'm like, people these days just want to focus max, like they're focus maxing. Which I thought was hilarious because, you know, it's like looks maxing, but instead, you're focus maxing. I'm like, it's getting so hard to focus in this day and age with like short attention spans that people are trying to focus max. And it's like, well, people are already trying to like productivity max because people feel so empty deep inside that they feel like they have to be productive in order to accomplish anything with their life. Oh yeah, but I was talking about Super Mario Bros. 2, which is an interesting game because all I knew about it for a long time was the whole thing about, oh, there was a game called Doki Doki Panic, and Nintendo stole the idea for Super Mario Bros. 2 from that. I don't know if the whole story, there's probably more to that story, but it's kind of interesting that so many like iconic features of the Mario series came from a weird game, which was essentially borrowed from another game. I don't know. Like there are a lot of bootleg games out there, like games that just kind of steal another game's concept. And I can't really imagine Nintendo doing that, but at the same time, it's kind of funny because there's not really a lot of other Mario games about, you know, picking up radishes and throwing them at weird bird things. But there's a lot of times when I was playing through that game and I was like, oh, here's where the game's soft locked. Every time I tried entering this level a couple times and just got like a white screen of death every time. So I just restarted my emulator and then it was fine. There's been a bunch of times I've been playing Super Mario Bros. 2 and I've said, oh, this actually feels more like a Zelda game. than a Mario game. Part of that is I noticed that the sound when the enemies take damage, I think Birdo specifically, is the same sound as when bosses take damage in the original Legend of Zelda. But also the way that it's kind of more structured. Some levels, not all of them, but some levels are more kind of structured around puzzles than platforming necessarily. And this was actually the level I got stuck on, was level 3-2, because there's kind of a bomb throwing puzzle, which is funny because the bomb throwing is ridiculously similar to the way it is in Ocarina of Time, you know, in Dodongo's Cavern, when you have to, like, throw a bomb, but you have to time it so that it explodes in midair. But if you, like, don't let go of it, then you'll get hurt. And it's a lot harder in this game because you only have a couple of hits and you can't afford to make a lot of mistakes with the bombs. And also just the throwing controls are not really intuitive. They're very strange. So that's... My current hypothesis is that Super Mario Bros. 2 is harder than Super Mario Bros. 3, at least for me. At least at this stage, because, you know, I've been playing Mario Bros. 3 for over 10 years. But also, just the fact that 2 has the throwing mechanic, and it has different controls which are not as intuitive, whereas like 99% of Mario Bros. 3 is literally just about going fast or controlling your momentum or getting enough height and stuff like that. It's a much more physics-driven game, a much more platforming-driven game, and this is a more puzzle-driven game. Oh, also we got what's this guy's name? Golem or Geode? Or Geodude, or... No, I think Geodude is from a different Pokemon. I don't know. None of the Pokemon that I know are in this game. Like, he's called Wheezing instead of Coughing. It's like, oh, that's a different evolution, bro. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know shit. I don't know shit about shit. But anyway, this is a pretty fun boss fight. I like it. It is fun. It is pretty easy. You just have to run away from the poles of electricity and not get electrified, and that's pretty much all you have to do. And then after this, we'll be done with the Egypt level, I think. Why do I keep dying to this shit? I don't know. Ooh, speaking of Egypt level, I have one of the B3313 videos I have to do soon is the IROC fight. That should be fun. I also really need to record some Rocket Robot on Wheels videos, because it's been 6 months since my last video of that game, and that's like way too long. That is way too long. But I just have not felt like recording that game. I have been kind of busy with these other 5 or 6 games. And the difference between that game and, say, Weird and Unfortunate Things Are Happening is that I kind of gave up on finishing Weird and Unfortunate, but I have not given up on finishing Rocket. So, I don't know. We'll see where that goes. Where are we going next? Level 3. Ah, yes. Babylon. Babylon. Not to be confused with the Babylon Bee. I don't know anything about the Babylon Bee except that my mom reads it, and I'm not sure if I should be worried if it's like, you know, Christian propaganda or something. No, I'm sorry. I won't say that. I shouldn't say that. Oh man, I love this level. So vaporwave, so very chill. I would totally vacation here in this level. See, this level is just so aesthetically pleasing. Anyway, there's the star. That's at least the easy, the cheese way to get it. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.